Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Injustice 3. There was a big leak a couple of days ago from 4chan, so again, take it with a grain of salt. We've had a couple of leaks come out for 4chan, from 4chan over the past couple months about Injustice 3, Combat Pack 2, and everything else, and we're going to be making another video about Combat Pack 2 tomorrow. But today I wanted to talk about Injustice 3 because this leak is really fucking cool, and if it comes true, then I'm going to be a very happy boy except for the last part of it. So let's go ahead and jump into the video. So the leak on 4chan, I don't have the guy's name who leaked it, but he leaked, let me take a look here, he leaked the story modes, he leaked some of the characters, he leaked the tournament mode and what it's going to be called, the villain of the game, and the release window. So we're going to go through this piece by piece and check it out. So Injustice 3 is going to be the finale of the trilogy. It's going to be a trilogy instead of a continuous game series the way Mortal Kombat is. So it's going to be Injustice 3. That's it. Finale of the trilogy. No more Injustice games. The big thing that I'm really interested in is it says there's going to be 2 story modes. So I don't exactly know how they would do that unless they do like a good guy and then a bad guy story mode. But 2 story modes is very interesting to me. We haven't had a lot of fighting games with 2 story modes unless you look at like arcade endings and shit like that for the different characters, which NRS does very well for their arcade endings. It adds a lot to the story, whether it's canon or not, I don't think, or I don't really know, but 2 story modes is very interesting. Another big thing is this would be NetherRealm's first next-gen release, which would be releasing on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, probably also the PS4 and the Xbox One and PC and Switch, but it would be NetherRealm's first big next gen release, which would be really cool to see how the game works on the new hardware and stuff. Now, one thing that I'm really excited for in this leak is more customizing options with 5 slots, which is really cool. That means we'll be able to customize more of our characters, whether it goes with abilities or whether it goes with appearance or whatever. I really enjoyed the customization options in Injustice 2. You can make your character look a lot of different ways, especially with the premium skins and everything else. And they kind of dumbed it down for MK11. There wasn't as much as you could do, much stuff to do with your characters, and there wasn't much different items to use. Like, most of it was kind of the same, just recolored. And then again, they have a lot more freedom in Injustice to do that because they have had so many costumes in the comics and stuff. It's not their own IP. It's, you know, 50, 60, 80 years of comics, so they have different stuff to pick from. So I'm really excited about more customization slots to customize our characters very differently. Now, the tournament mode, there's going to be tournament mode still, and this time it's going to be called Infinite Crisis, which is really cool. It's a callback to the comics. Crisis on Infinite Earths and Infinite Crisis. So that's really cool. I mean, it's a small thing, but it's still really cool. Now that we're still going to have tournament mode the way it is in MK11. It says that it's going to be very similar to MK11. But it's going to be called Infinite Crisis. Hopefully they do some kind of like animation for it or some small cutscene to introduce you to it, which would be really cool to have based on the comic and stuff like that. That would be really cool to me. So it's a lot like Combat League. So Infinite Crisis will probably have different seasons and different unlockable skins and armor and items and everything else for the different characters and stuff, which will be really cool. Combat League is one of the things I appreciate about Mortal Kombat 11, so to see them up it and make it a part of Injustice 3 with its own little label is really cool. Now, the next big thing I want to talk about is the villain of the game is Necron. Now, if you know anything about the DC comics, especially around the early 2000s, late 2000s, somewhere around in there, and even into the 2010s, and even now, you know who Necron is. Necron is the Death, basically. He's a Black Lantern, so that would mean that the Black Lanterns would play a big part in the story, which would make a lot of sense to end out a trilogy. Now, if you don't know what the Black Lanterns are, it's basically pretty much zombies. The way that the Black Lanterns work is they have their rings, they have their source of power, which is death and fear of death, I think. I don't really remember right. But the way it works is the ring chooses the dead supervillain or dead superhero, and it reanimates them. Whether it's a superhero or villain, it twists them more than they already were if it was a villain, and it just twists them very bad if they were a hero. They're flesh-eating still, but they're zombified heroes and villains killing people. The Black Lanterns were a really big part of the comic story before the New 52, there was a really big comic story. I think it was just called Blackest Day. It was called Blackest Day. It was it's one of my favorite comics still yet, and it played into a lot of different things. We had a lot of zombified characters coming back. That would be a way to reintroduce Shazam back into the game, the way that they have the Revenants in MK11. Necron being the villain, and all that would come from that with the Black Lanterns and the different characters would get brought back and just brought into the game in general would be awesome. But now I want to talk about the characters in this league. So some of the characters that this guy said that is going to be in the game is Constantine, which I'm really excited for, Huntress, Penguin, Etrigan, Killer Croc, Zatanna, Dr. Manhattan, and Neo / Keanu Reeves. Now, the Dr. Manhattan, I kind of believe. The Neo, I know they've talked about it for years, but I don't know if that's very likely. This is kind of where the leak gets to me. But John Constantine, Huntress, Etrigan, Killer Croc, and Zatanna. Zatanna was in the first game. Killer Croc hasn't been in the game yet. Etrigan hasn't been in the game yet. I think Huntress might have been in the first game. If she wasn't, she's really been heavily talked about, and Constantine's been a big fan favorite, and people have wanted him added since the first game. Penguin, I really don't see him fitting in, and Killer Croc would fit in very nice, and Dr. Manhattan would just be absolutely cool, especially with the crossover that's going on, or recently happened with the Watchmen and the DC Universe. So all of those characters I'm really excited for. I just don't know how they would do Penguin, and I don't know if there's any relevance or actual fact or any grounds to Neo being added to the game. That would probably be day 1 DLC, or not day 1 DLC, but like month 1 DLC, the same way Nightwolf and Shane Sum were for MK11. So I'm really pumped about that list of characters right there. That's really cool to me. There's some characters there that I've wanted to see in Injustice since the first game, with the DLC, and even in the second game with the base characters and the DLC there that we just haven't seen yet. So I'm really excited if this is real, because those are some awesome characters. Now, the thing that I want to talk about that I'm really worried about, and I hope does not happen, is the release window that has been leaked for this game. It's 2022. So Ed Boon, if this is a true leak, then Ed Boon is following through with what he said he was going to do and making Mortal Kombat last longer. Mortal Kombat 11 lasts longer than any other game in NRS's history. And I absolutely hate this, because I absolutely hate Mortal Kombat 11. I don't hate it, it's like a love-hate relationship, but as far as the online play goes, online fighting, I hate it. I don't enjoy playing it, it stresses me out. I wanted Injustice 3 in 2021, but it doesn't look like we're going to be getting that, unfortunately, if this leak is correct. So it's going to be another couple years of Mortal Kombat 11 and Combat Pack 2 and 3 for Mortal Kombat 11, which admittedly could be pretty cool. We could get some really cool characters in Combat Pack 2 and 3. But at the same time, I'm an Injustice player. I really love Injustice. I was really looking forward to Injustice in 2021, but even I kind of knew that it wasn't going to come in 2021. With this leak that from a guy who has apparently an insider at Warner Brothers and has been correct about a lot of things in Mortal Kombat and Injustice as far as leaks go, it seems like this could have some grounds, especially with what Ed said in the past, and I don't like that, but at the same time, at least we know we're getting it. But yeah, guys, those are the leaks. Finale of the trilogy, 2 story modes, Zatanna, Constantine, Etrigan, Necron, 2022 release date, and yeah, more customizable slots. It's a pretty good leak. It's a pretty cool leak. I was really interested reading it. I was really interested in all the details that came out of it. I'm really excited for Injustice 3, and I can't wait for more to come out, more leaks, more rumors, whatever, so I can cover it, because it's definitely one of the games that I'm definitely looking forward to over the next 3 years. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget, I do stream on twitch.tv/TootinTV every night at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The link is in the description below, and I want to apologize for my English tonight. I just got off stream, and I'm a little bit tired, so I'm kind of like stumbling over my words and everything else, but I wanted to get this video out for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.